We are getting ready for the Lunar New Year performance. This is our test. What's up? A quick disclaimer. This may be the worst thing I have ever made in my life. It is currently the second to last midterms week I will ever have in my college career. And I'm honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not feeling too great. I don't think it's anything too bad, but I think it's worth talking about. So, I'm gonna take you guys through the rest of my day. I am currently en route to teaching one of my classes for Everybody Dance Now. Okay, I am here. I'm probably not going to take you guys in just for like privacy reasons. I'll leave you guys here for a second and I'll be back. Don't worry. It's okay, it's okay. Bye. Hello, I'm back. Got to teach a small amount of kids today. It wasn't as crazy as it usually was, which is very good for me because I'm feeling a little weaker today, and I'm just grateful that I got through it. In this last week, I've come to learn that I've not been making the best choices, and it's resulted in consequences that I'm currently dealing with and I'm paying the price for. And I don't know, I just feel not burnt out, but discouraged. And it's super hard for me to talk about stuff like this because I've always felt like I need to put on a mask of courage for the people who I'm making stuff for, and that everything I make has to be high quality. And it just didn't feel responsible to me to show my vulnerabilities to people. I didn't want to burden anybody. And I feel like that mentality is starting to bite back at me. And I still don't know what's right. I am in the middle of a really weird time right now where that's how I've done things for the longest time, and now I'm only starting to be more honest with myself and other people. And it feels weird. It's better in some ways, and in other ways it's kind of feels like an ego situation. And I think it's been bleeding into all parts of my life, so not just like relationships, but my work and what I create as well. Definitely think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making YouTube vlogs. I think I've just been scared of putting out anything that would be no better than quality, and anything mediocre and below is just not acceptable. And maybe that's the pressure that's been getting to me, and that's why I haven't been posting as much. Those that I look up to who are able to just make and make and make every single day, they can't always be chasing this perfection that has always been going through my mind. I'm not speaking very coherently, but I'm trying to be honest. Trying not to put up a front, and just trying to show you guys a little bit past the facade that I usually am trying to maintain. And it's not like I'm trying to always put up an act and like I'm acting for everything, but it's more like I'm only engaging the stronger side of myself. And it feels super foreign for me to talk about my vulnerabilities, I guess. And to be specific about the consequences and decision-making skills that I've been channeling poorly is, I guess those of you who are closer to me know that I'm part of I don't want to get too specific, so we'll call it a club. But basically this club I've been in since my second year, so 2 years. I helped start it in my school, and I felt myself backing up from the club. And something I think I do a lot, and way too much, is run away from my own problems. And so that's kind of what I ended up doing towards this club. I felt like I wasn't able to participate as much because of other things like UCS break-in and school, personal projects. And so I kept justifying to myself that I just wasn't going to show up or pay the dues like everybody else, and kind of pretty much sweep that under the rug. And the time eventually came where they actually called me out for it, and they basically sent me an email saying that I'm basically out of the club which is completely warranted, right? And I don't know, I guess that was kind of a wake-up call for me, in multiple ways. These things that you try to hide will come back for you, kind of like lies. Another thing is kind of dealt a blow to my ego in a way. I think a part of me subconsciously was building up this figure of myself that was so important that I could not be disposed of, and that I was integral in everything I did. And so there's this really weird superiority complex and I can't believe I'm talking about this on camera and probably going to post it online, because this is something you caught me 2 years ago. I wouldn't even be talking to my closest friends about. But here I am. It's really been taking a toll on my self-confidence. And I've been lucky enough to be pretty positive this entire quarter. I've been feeling up to this point pretty good about myself, and this is definitely a change of pace that I haven't experienced in a while. And I'm sure everybody goes through it, you know? Like, how many of us feel like we're just not enough, and that the world is so big and we question what our worth and significance is, and if we'll ever amount to anything. You need to have those downs to have the ups. That's what life is about. And so this is me dealing with the downs. Thank you. And just the fact that I have a car, can afford groceries, and have parents who love me, that takes a big load off my shoulders. So there's been a slight complication. Usually we session at this other place called Rob's Gym, but because we're having issues with the funding, we have been banned from the grounds for now because we haven't paid up yet. Because there's just been this whole process. It's been really dumb, but it's okay. We have a plan B. The session at the rec center over there. The only other issue is that we can't get non-students into the building. And we have a few UCS break-in members who are non-UCSB students. So it's mission time. We gotta figure out how to get in there while they have people scanning for ID cards. We're gonna see how we can get my friend Derek in. So let's see if we can do this. Yo, what's up, man? I found you a side entrance. If you still wanna come through, yeah. If you still wanna come through.
All right, I'll be there. Hopefully less than 10 minutes. I'll see you in a second.
Cool. See ya. My plan B has fell through. There's usually a second side entrance, but it seems to be locked. So we're gonna see if there's any other alternate paths. So anyway, yeah, these past few weeks, I've really been reluctant to put out anything that part of me that keeps saying that I need to put at least this high quality of a content out into the world, and it can't be any less than that, has just been stopping me from trying anything that may be taking a risk or may turn out to just be half-assed, you know? So I think that's a product of overthinking, and that's definitely something I do a lot. And so I am back, just trying to make stuff for the sake of making stuff, not to impress, not to put something up that the imaginary pedestal I've set for myself will approve, just to create and talk and express myself, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just waiting for Derek right now. We're gonna try to see if that side entrance works. Fingers crossed. Yeah. There he is. Yo. So man, what's up? You jog here?
I ran.
So we could go through there, but probably not. Okay. So there's someone in the office, so we just have to.
Was that the entrance?
Huh?
Was that the entrance you were planning?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on. Let me see. How should I do this? So hold this for now, just in case you don't get through. Okay. Let's go. Ready? Nice.
Jared, you got it.
Meet my new little.
Hello.
Mr. John Wong.
I'm John.
That's me.
I'm not supposed to be recording, but it is super echoey in here. We are getting ready for the Lunar New Year performance. This is our test. What's up? 5, 6, 7, 8.
This isn't a vlog, this is a mukbang.
This is what we're studying for. So the way the UCSB library works is there are 8 floors, and the higher you go, the quieter you're supposed to be. We're on the first floor, so we shouldn't be too bad, but everybody around us is really quiet, so I mean, we'll try our best, but yeah.
I can fix that.
4 a.m. So that we started like 4.5 hours ago.
I would say we got it done. I mean, we did it.
That was 10 questions.
And you might be wondering, why is this Asian kid taking a Black Studies class? He's not black, why are you taking it? Well, the reason I enrolled in it was just because I was curious. But as I'm reading these texts and learning about the experiences of other people, it's really interesting to get inside the heads and out of the skin of like what you're usually used to. And that's something I'm starting to realize a lot more in college. That it's a good time to experience new things, and everybody says that, but it's to this degree that I'm just now understanding in my final year. If you do end up going to college, I highly recommend you take some sort of class that allows you to experience or learn about a new culture, because I think a lot of us, especially if you're like me, like some middle-class Asian kid, to like get out of that perspective and understand that people have it pretty rough. It's crazy. It's bad. Like lynching just became like a federal offense like last month. So
December 18th.
yeah, up until that point, technically lynching wasn't federally a crime, and it wasn't for the longest time, and hella people got killed for it. It's messed up. And something that kind of has been sending me off my rocker lately is learning all of this new information and understanding how little I know and just how insignificant that could make me feel. And it's interesting, but at the same time, it makes me want to know more, right? And learn more. And yeah. Sweet Jesus. We did it, Jet.
Barely.
We barely did it.
And I didn't get any sociology work done.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's okay.
Yeah.
We had a productive time. Good night, sir.
Good night.
It was good. Yes, I'll see you later. Goodbye, library. Thank you for your hospitality. Whew. It is chilly outside. I am very grateful that I have a bed to go home to and sleep. I can still catch a few hours before our midterm, but we studied pretty thoroughly. I feel pretty good about it. Took way too long. Oh God, there comes the sun. No! I think the whole point of me wanting to make this was that I had been too consumed by my own expectations that I was too scared to make anything. It's weird. I don't usually feel like this when I make vlogs. I feel like I have to perform, but right now I just feel like I'm being fulfilled by being straight up with y'all, and that includes sharing not just the ups but the downs too. I just want to keep doing this and becoming a better me and learning more, and the journey is open invitation if you want to come. So see you guys next time. Peace.